exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in, score a touchdown, and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Chicago Cougars taking on the NFL Street Challenge mode. That's right, we are back. We continue on. Episode number 3 is here, and this time we are taking on the AFC West. We took on the NFC West in the last episode, and I did a little bit of a different editing style in that video. I didn't do post commentary like I am doing on this one. I did more of a fast forward through these games. I sped up the gameplay. I put some music behind it, and then I did live commentary for the All-Star team. This time I decided to try a different style of editing the video, where I do post commentary on all the regular games, and then I do live commentary, which you guys will hear during the All-Star version of the challenge. So this is what you guys are hearing right now. You're hearing the post-com from these games. I recorded them, and let's just say I had a pretty easy time going through these AFC West teams. They weren't really much of a challenge. I've upgraded the attributes of a lot of our guys. They are very solid players. They are really fast, really good at like getting to the quarterback, I guess. I've found probably a little bit of a cheat code where I bring, as you can see right here on this play, I bring Kalen Cousins all the way up to the line of scrimmage and then go and get the quarterback, which in this case is Jake Plummer. So that may be considered a little bit of a cheat, but I mean, I found a play that works, and I don't want to like abuse it crazy, but I mean, hey, if it gets the job done, I get these games done in about 6 minutes. I think the longest one that I had to take, I think it was the Raiders that took me the longest. It took me about 12 minutes maybe to get done fully, and that was just because we kept screwing up and getting to play. Maybe it was 8 minutes. I can't remember. It was some time. I usually get these done in about 6 or 7 minutes because I can get to the quarterback very quickly, and I can force quick turnovers if everything goes my way, and then I can score pretty efficiently with this team with a nice behind the back, over the head pass from Davis Mills to Raheem Mostert there. I'm getting pretty good at the skill passes. I'm also getting pretty good at just scoring in general on offense. So I think what we have right now is I've found the sweet spot, I guess you could say. I found the best way to go and do this efficiently. You get the ball, you score fairly quickly, and then you turn the opposing team over fairly quickly on defense with rushing the quarterback and stuff. I don't know how Jake Plummer gets away from this. He somehow managed to find his way through without falling over like three or four times. So that happens a couple of times in these gameplays where the quarterback or some sort of player that has the ball somehow gets away from like 3 or 4 different tackles at once, and then just has tons and tons of open space because there's nobody that's going to be quick enough or that has enough time to be able to get to him before he gets to the end zone, and then they can show off and they can get a game breaker. Now, during these games, I did not come against a game breaker. A little bit of a spoiler alert. None of these teams in the AFC West were able to get a game breaker against me. I got a game breaker against each and every one of them, I'm pretty sure. I obviously am going to get one against the Broncos here. But like I said, I'm finding a way. I'm finding out my strategy, basically, of how to efficiently do this quickly enough where we can get through these these divisions pretty quickly, because everybody knows that these can kind of be a little bit boring and get drawn out and stuff, and I don't want to do that. I want to get through these divisions fairly quickly. I don't know how I didn't score on that play. I thought I dove into the end zone, but I guess the ball didn't cross the line. But I want to get through these divisions quickly. I want to get the players that I want to steal from different teams. Like I said in the previous video, I want to steal a player from each division, at least one player from each division. So I've already targeted the player that I want to steal from the AFC or the NFC North, not the NFC North, the NFC West, excuse me, the NFC West, and you guys will see that at the beginning of next episode. So I'm not going to put it in this video. I'm going to put it in next video. I've already stole the players on the team. I've already played a little bit with him to kind of get used to how he's going to play on the team. So I'll leave you with a little bit of a cliffhanger there that you'll see that at the beginning of next video, that we have stolen our first player from this time he's from the NFC West. We will steal a player from the AFC West at some point. Maybe it'll be Charles Woodson, or I don't know, maybe Priest Holmes is pretty good. We're obviously going to steal Ricky Williams from the Dolphins in the AFC East when we get to them. So that'll be our new running back alongside Raheem Mostert. Now, the one problem that I do have, and I do find with this style of doing it, is that when we steal a player, obviously that adds another player to the roster, and there's only so many positions and so many players you can have on a team in Street. So you can only have a quarterback, you can only have a running back, 2 wide receivers, or wide receiver corner, whatever mix you want to do, a D lineman, an O lineman, and a linebacker. So what is that, like 6 or 7 positions? That you can only have like 6 positions, right? Quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, O line, D line, and DB. That's 7 positions. So you can only have, it's 7 on 7. I should have known that from the beginning. I shouldn't have had to count that, but I did. So you can only have 7 positions, and if you keep adding a player from each division, then you're gonna have to mix and match and choose certain players that you think are gonna work for this certain challenge, or you think are gonna work together very well. And that's also a fun part of it, because then you can get different combinations. Like we can have Davis Mills throwing it to, I don't know, Randy Moss, or to Chad Johnson, or somebody like that, or Plaxico Burress, or something along those lines. Was Plaxico Burress in this? I don't even know Plaxico Burress was in this. He's just a name that came to my mind. I don't think he was even in this game. Or you can have a different quarterback, like Mike Vick, or Peyton Manning, or Tom Brady, or something like that, or Brett Favre. So like there's different combinations, which is very interesting to me. I'm very intrigued by the possibility of all these different combinations of players that you can mix and match onto the team and put onto the Cougars, because that just makes the series a little bit more interesting, in my opinion, because then you never know on a given episode which players I'm going to choose. So I could choose all NFL players at one point if we have enough NFL players, if we have 7 NFL players that we've stolen across the series. But I could also mix and match some of our young players or some of our creative players, because I don't want to just throw away these guys, because I've put points into these guys. I've made them really good. And it looks like as we finish up this first thing that we're going to be pretty easy at doing this. It's not going to be a very hard video. So we beat the Broncos here 36-13. Yeah, it was fairly easy. I did an 8:36, so I'll see you guys against the other teams. All right, we jump in now against, who are we playing? We're playing the Chargers this time. We jump in against the San Diego Chargers at this time. And yeah, like I was saying before we jumped into this game, that it's much better to have all those different possibilities, because it keeps you on your toes. You never know which combination of players I'm gonna choose, and then it keeps things fresh. Basically, it keeps that mystery of who's Juice gonna pick for this challenge mode? Is he gonna pick all NFL players? Is he gonna keep Raheem Mostert because Raheem Mostert's so good? I don't know how Jeff Sewell caught that. That was so lucky. I freaked out a little bit when that actually happened. He caught that off the tip in the end zone. That was actually pretty cool. But I'm excited. That's what gets me excited about this challenge mode. And I've never beaten this challenge mode, by the way. Like when I don't know if I mentioned, I probably did mention this in one of the previous 2 videos that I've done, but I kind of like when I played this game when I was younger, back on the PS2, I didn't really understand what it was, and at the time I wasn't really good. So I'm not that good now, but I'm better than what I was when I was playing it originally. But when I played it originally, I played the challenge mode, but I never really understood it. I didn't really like it. It was too hard. I didn't understand the attribute points. I didn't understand upgrading your players to make them better. I just wanted to play, and I never could beat it. I always lost, and so I got discouraged. I didn't play it. I didn't want to continue it because I could never beat it. So coming back to it all these years later and actually being able to be successful is really, really rewarding and really, really cool, because I'm so happy. I mean, I already beat the NFC West, which I didn't even beat a single division back when I first played this on the PS2. I never could beat a full division. I maybe could beat one team, but if you lose, you have to, if you like back out, you have to do it all. Once you start the challenge, you have to complete the ladder. You can't just pick and choose when you want to play that ladder. You have to start the ladder and finish the ladder at the same time. So that's what also would get me discouraged all the time about this game mode. So I would always play the pickup modes and the quick plays and stuff, and play with the actual NFL players, because that was just, I liked playing with the guy, and it was just one-off games. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to worry. There was no carryover or anything like that. So coming back to it now and actually being successful is really cool, because it makes me feel like I've developed as a gamer. I've gotten more sophisticated. I've gotten more, I guess you could say I've gotten more creative in the ways that I beat some of these teams and stuff, and I've gotten better on the sticks, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I've improved and stuff, because like I said, I never beaten a division, a full division, and now I'm about to beat 2. I've already beaten 1, and I'm on track to beat 2. So I don't know, it just feels good. I don't know if you guys have felt the same way, if you've ever played NFL Street like when you were younger and now you play it again, if you have the opportunity to, and you feel like it's one of those games where you come back to it. You played it in your childhood and you come back to it all these years later and you're actually good at it now. It just makes me feel, I don't know what it is. It makes me feel like I've accomplished something in my life. I know that probably sounds stupid, but it makes me feel like I've accomplished something. So back to the actual game, I guess. You could probably already tell that I've been trying to speed run this one against the Chargers, trying to shut them out. I've never actually, I don't think I've ever, did I shut out anybody in the NFC West? I don't think I did. I don't think I've ever shut out a team. They've always somehow gotten some stupid cheesy way of scoring on me, which I never liked. But I don't think I've ever shut out a team fully to a game of 36. I've gotten very close, but like I said, they've always gotten some stupid touchdown. They've gotten broken tackles like crazy, or maybe I fumbled and they got a safety or something. I don't know, but it's just somehow they always seem to score on me like it's their job or something. I don't know, but I feel like I've figured out a somewhat good solution on defense where you just bring somebody off either edge at all times, no matter what the play call is. And it usually works. Drew Brees was able to power through there, which I was actually surprised. I was mashing the button pretty crazy, but Drew Brees is able to power through for those like 2 or 3 yards or whatever it is. But I don't know if you guys, I said this earlier, I don't know if you guys think that this is cheesing the system by just pressing or picking lockdown as the default defensive play and then just bringing a linebacker or whoever it is off the edge. It's usually Caden Cousins because he's in that linebacker spot. So I don't know if you guys think that it's a little bit too crazy. If you do, I'll try to adjust my defensive play calling if you guys think that I shouldn't abuse this kind of cheat, quote unquote. I just feel like it's good. It works. It doesn't work all the time, especially when they call running plays to the opposite side like they just did there with LaDainian Tomlinson. But I feel like it just is easy, and maybe that shouldn't be easy because these are they're meant to be hard. And I found a play that works. Now on offense, I'm still working on finding plays that are almost always successful. And then looking back on it, I missed X wide open there. I can't believe I did that. But like I was saying, I'm working on offense to find certain plays. I have my go-to plays, obviously, that you guys have seen throughout the past video, last episode, and now this one throughout the first 2 games, where I have my go-to 2-point conversion play that works about 80 to 85% of the time. If I can get Raheem Mostert to catch the ball, actually. So that play is pretty money. I've got some plays that work a lot of the time. They're pretty successful. I run about the same 7-8 plays the entire game, and I know that that's probably not the best thing to do because I might need to expand my horizons, or I might need to do some of those challenges where you can get new plays in the playbook. And I want to do that. I want to get new plays. I don't want to always just run the same 4 or 5 plays in a single game and just get to 36. I'm not trying to grind it that way. If I was trying to grind it like that, I wouldn't be uploading it to YouTube. But because that's just boring. I could do that in my off time. But trying to find new ways to beat these teams is the fun part of it. Trying to get new plays in the playbook to expand the playbook and find creative ways. That's why I've been trying to do more. I've been trying to do more style throws and more style catches and style points. Like trying to get as many style points as possible, because that just makes it more fun. The risk of fumbling the ball or the risk of turning it over at any time. Like this whole sequence right there was pretty crazy. Like turning it over or causing them to turn over with the game breaker and fumbling it right away, but then luckily Trent Favors falls on top of the ball and was able to pick it up. And I think we're about to score here. It's either this play or the next play. It is this play because I dive in with Raheem Mostert, and I barely dove in right there. That was pretty crazy. But 36-7, we're getting pretty good at this. We've beaten 2 out of the 4 teams. We've got 2 more to go. The Chiefs and the Raiders. I think the Chiefs are up next. And yeah, we're getting pretty good at this. We're shutting teams down. That was 17-7, so I'm getting pretty good at this. I'll see you guys against the Chiefs. Here we are against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm pretty sure that's who we're playing. I think I picked the Raiders last. Yeah, it is against the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, so 2 teams down in the ladder. We've got the Chiefs and then the Raiders and then the All-Star game, and that'll be live commentary. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do it, because I don't know if this is the best option for the editing style. Let me know down below which editing style you think is better. Do you like the post-com like I'm doing now, with a great move by Raheem Mostert, by the way, to juke out Priest Holmes there? But do you guys like the editing style that I have going on right now, where I'm just talking to you guys and just having chill conversation while the gameplay's in the background, and then casually every once in a while bringing up something that happens during the gameplay? Or do you want it to be sped up and music put over it like the second episode was? Crazy fumble, by the way, and Matt Peterson was able in the right spot at the right time to get that fumble recovery. Do you like it this way, or do you like it the other way? Because I can certainly do either. It doesn't really matter to me. I kind of, obviously the easier one is to speed it up and not have to do post commentary. That's obviously easier for me as an editor. But this one, I mean, this one's fine too. This one doesn't take too much to edit, I wouldn't think. I technically haven't edited it yet by the time right now as I'm doing this post-com. So just let me know down below what you guys think. Do you like this better? Or maybe you have a third option that I'm not thinking of that might be even more efficient or might be more entertaining for you guys to watch as an edit. So let me know down below what you guys think, because I'm willing to do whatever you guys want to do, whatever you guys think is more fun, because it's all about what you guys think is best for you to watch. It's what you guys want to watch, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna put something out there that you guys don't want to watch. That's just dumb. Why would I put it out there then? So if you guys don't want to watch it, then I'm not gonna give it to you. So if you guys like a certain editing style for these videos, because I have my obvious editing style for every other video. Great blocking, by the way, on this run, and Raheem Mostert takes it all the way to the house. Priest Holmes got close, but he couldn't get us. That was a great run from Raheem Mostert. He's just an amazing guy. But I have my editing style for every video on the channel is basically the same. And then on the second channel, I kind of do a little bit of a different editing style. I throw a couple things in there. If you guys don't know, the second channel is the World Juice Hoops channel. If you want to go check that out. It's just all about 2K and basketball and stuff, if you guys like that as well. But the editing style for every video on the channel, besides I wanted to do something different for the NFL Street stuff, because the NFL Street's a special game. It's kind of a treat, basically. It's like it's not something that you get every time, or like every other day or whatever. So I wanted to give a little bit of a different take on the editing style, and that's why I chose to speed it up and do all that stuff. And I think it went well, but maybe you guys didn't like it as much. So I mean, it's up to you, whatever you think. As Kalen Cousins absolutely dominates Trent Green there. I'm telling you that rush off the edge, whether it's Kalen Cousins or Matt Peterson or Davis Mills or Raheem Mostert, whoever is coming off that edge, it really doesn't matter. Trent Favors can even get through the defensive line, or get through the offensive line like he just did right there, and get to, it's almost like I knew that was going to happen. It's almost like I'm psychic. It's almost like I knew that was going to happen. But this going off the edge like that, this is a crazy play, going with the flea flicker for the touchdown right at the goal line. I didn't think I was going to call that. But that defense, the lockdown defense, because it just adjusts to everything so easily. Like the lockdown defense, you adjust to whatever the offense calls. And so it's almost like a chameleon defense where you don't have to really do much. It's kind of like the bot offense to call, like it's the generic offense to call, because, or the generic defense to call, because it kind of like adapts to whatever the offense is calling and allows you, and it usually, depending on what the offense calls, about 90% of the time is gonna put you at the linebacker spot like it does here, and it gives you options to rush off the edge. And rushing off the edge in this game is very overpowered because there's only 3 linemen, and you can see right there that the lineman went to go push over and block the right side, and that allowed Trent Favors to go unblocked and take out Trent Green. So I mean, it gets crazy overpowered at times. And like I said earlier, I can stop with the overpoweredness, I guess, and not do that as much, and try to find a different way to beat teams. Maybe I can try and lurk players, but I'm still trying to work on jumping. For user catching is not really my strong suit at this point, except for like big dives. You'll see right here that user catching is not my style. That one was overthrown, but user catching and usering anybody, like jumping in the air, not really my thing, because I don't really have the whole timing thing down. So I'm still trying to figure out the timing of catching passes and stuff. And Priest Holmes absolutely dusted me on that one. I couldn't believe it, actually. So I'm still trying to work on that, and that's why I go with usering the linebacker here, usering anybody in the second level, because I can just get to the quarterback fairly easy. This one, Trent Green, I don't know how he fell into the end zone there. I thought the ball was not across the line when he touched the dirt, but apparently they counted it as a 1-point conversion, and that was a crazy fumble. This is a crazy sequence right here. I get called for the safety right there because it was a double fumble. Davis Mills dives on the ball, slides across the sand, across the goal line, and they touch me for a safety. I couldn't believe it when it actually happened. I was freaking out a little bit because I was so angry that it actually happened, but it made me a little bit mad that they called that a safety. But we are cruising through this AFC West ladder. We've beaten 2 teams now, and we're about to beat the 3rd team. If the fumble sequence goes like it does, we got such a lucky bounce on that one. There was 3 fumbles in that sequence, and it finally got a lucky bounce and went out of bounds. And then Raheem Mostert, the running back pass, overpowered, takes it to the end zone. That's a touchdown, 40-16. And now we come up against the final team. We beat that in 6:38, ladies and gentlemen, 6:38. And now we play the Raiders. Final team of the ladder before the All-Star game is the Oakland Raiders. They were the Oakland Raiders back in 2004, whatever time this game was made. And this team, I think, is the one that took me the longest to do. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. They might have all taken around the same. I'm getting pretty good. I don't want to brag or anything, but I think I'm getting pretty good at doing this, at beating these teams, especially because these attribute points are helping our players out. Like if I hadn't upgraded any of this would be impossible. Like if I didn't upgrade Raheem Mostert to be the tank that he is, because Raheem Mostert is probably our best player. We rely most on him to be able to get us points. Now I know Davis Mills is a pretty decent quarterback. He's not bad or anything. He's not as fast as I would like. You probably need that was a crazy flea flicker. Who would have thought that I'd call a flea flicker on 4th down and Matt Peterson would come up with? That was a ballsy throw that I just realized that now watching that. As I hurdle Rich Gannon to get into the end zone, I actually pressed square to dive, and he just hurdled him because he was the closest thing to him, so it chose to hurdle. This whole drive was a crazy sequence. And then Jeff Sewell with the one-handed catch off the tip for the 2-point conversion. Man, that whole drive was just crazy with crazy different plays that happened. The flea flicker on 4th down, the dive or the jump over Rich Gannon for the touchdown with Raheem Mostert, and then the 2-point conversion play with Jeff Sewell. Man, that was both crazy. But again, it's a different game, but same concept, just rushing off the edge, trying to get the quarterback. It works so well, and that time I thought I picked it off. I thought I picked off the pass, the pitch, but I just dove. I think I dove a little bit underneath it, and it didn't register that I got there. But on situations like this where there's no linebacker, then I just go with Trent Favors and try to bull rush the quarterback, and that time it worked with Rich Gannon fumbling. Mekhi Becton just pounced right on top of it, and we were able to get the turnover. That usually doesn't happen. Usually I don't get that lucky where one of the linemen or one of the D linemen just bull rushes over the offensive lineman, because sometimes you get offensive linemen that are just really, really stout blocking, and they just won't let you do it. That time we got super lucky. And Raheem Mostert continues to dominate the Cougars headlines, whether it be in Madden or if it's in NFL Street. So, I mean, just anytime you got Raheem Mostert on your team, you're gonna be successful because he's just that good. I don't know what it is. It's a totally different game made by totally different company. Well, not totally different company. It's made by EA, but different generations of the company, I guess you could say. And Rich Gannon, by the way, very ballsy of pitching that back. I was right there with him. Could have been a fumble. But it doesn't matter what game it is, what generation it is, Raheem Mostert is always going to be dominant. And he proves it again on many different occasions in this series so far. That was absolutely horrible coverage. I don't know what I was thinking on that one. I don't know if I accidentally moved the guy over on that side away from the play or what I did. I probably screwed something up there. I know that I did. I just don't know what it was. Even watching it back, I don't know what it was. But we're up 16-6 on the Raiders. We're cruising. I'm pretty much cruising this game. Like I'm not worried about it. I know it's the final game of the ladder before the All-Star game. I'm pretty chill right now. I don't think we're gonna lose. Well, obviously I know what happens, but I wasn't really worried that the Raiders were gonna come back. I mean, none of these teams really scared me. I know that I'm pretty sure the difficulty kind of on its own, like, automatically goes up a little bit, ramps up as you progress through the ladder to make it more difficult for you, because there's not a set difficulty for this game. Like, it's just the difficulty is what it is. Like, you can't change or anything. And I think it ramps itself up as Raheem Mostert powers his way into the end zone to give us a 22-6 lead. He's just so good. But like I say, there's no set difficulty, so you just have to go with what it is. And I think as you progress, it gets a little bit more difficult. So we'll find out as we get later on. We've got the NFC North, I think, next episode. So we'll definitely find out if it gets harder. I don't think it gets harder until you get to like the AFC East and the AFC North and all those, or not the AFC North, the AFC South. I think that's when it starts to get a little bit more difficult. As we got a lucky fumble turnover there, and then the huge bum rush touchdown by Raheem Mostert. That running back pass is kind of overpowered because you can either go to the right or to the center, and it's a little bit overpowered there, as I didn't get the pass off in time for the 2-point conversion, but we have our game breaker, so this one is basically over. Now, I don't remember exactly if I get the ball on the first play or the second play. I get the ball on the first play, and it rolls out of bounds. I remember that now. I thought it was going to get a lucky bounce and stay in, and we could just end it right there. But no, it rolled out of the back of the end zone, and we have to go the entire field now, or the entire beach, to end this game. But like I was saying, I found my certain plays that I like. These certain plays tend to get open most of the time. as Jeff Sewell goes deep, and he was able to bring it in. That was a very contested throw, especially with Charles Woodson right there. I wasn't afraid though, and that was just bad blocking. We are gonna have to up the blocking on a few things. I don't know how many attribute points we are gonna need, but we are certainly gonna need to upgrade some certain blocking, maybe some carrying, some tackling stuff. Definitely some tackling, because I noticed some in these games that the tackling was a little bit suspect in some of them. So we are coming up on the end of this episode, or the end of this game, 32-6 against the Oakland Raiders, and I actually thought that was going to work. I thought that Raheem Mostert to Davis Mills was going to work. I didn't think they'd see it coming, but the ball got tipped at the end. But this should be the ending right here. I think Matt Peterson takes it. Yes, he does. Matt Peterson takes it to the end zone, and that's going to be it. 38-6. We beat the Raiders in 6:24, and now we've got the live commentary. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in there. And we are here now at the AFC West All-Star Game. You guys saw in the post-commentary the clips from the first 4 games against the Broncos, the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Raiders. And now it's time to take on a combination of all those guys. I hope you guys are excited. Hope you guys have been enjoying this third episode and enjoying the AFC West ladder mode. I'm super excited to get in against these All-Stars. Let me know down below in the comments as well if you guys have any ideas for future possible players to steal from other teams, because we're going up against some pretty darn good teams in these divisions with some pretty decent players from back in the day. So obviously last episode we unlocked. Ooh, that's a risky ball right there. That's a risky ball, and Matt Peterson ends up coming down with it. Clutch from Peterson there. But we ended up unlocking the AFC East in hopes of finally getting Ricky Williams on the squad as we score a quick touchdown with Raheem Mostert. And as you guys have noticed from the entirety of the clips, this is my go-to two-point play. It works about 85% of the time, I'd say. And you guys have noticed as well that the go-to defense is the lockdown defense, and then you just bring the pressure with somebody off one of the edges, and it usually works. Obviously, we need to work on some tackling. I need to bump up the attributes for tackling for a couple of these guys like Jeff Sewell and Mostert and some of these guys, because the tackling could be a little bit better. But see, you just bull rush the quarterback, and it mainly works. And I know that could be considered cheesing the system and stuff, but I'm just trying to beat the ladder challenges. I don't care if it's cheesing. It's still entertaining because we get a safety right there with Cousins. Kalen Cousins is pretty much a monster. We have been dominating with him all episode. Spin move Mostert, no spin move. And I've been getting much better with beating these guys quickly. I think my quickest time now is like 6:24 or something it takes to beat a team, as Jeff Sewell just fumbled the bag there. And they're going to return it for a touchdown because Mekhi Becton couldn't grab it. So all the momentum goes out the window there. Whatever momentum we did have goes all out the window as Jeff Sewell fumbled, which I didn't think was going to happen because he was wide open. And there we go, stopping the two-point conversion. Not Mekhi Becton. That used to be Mekhi Becton before we changed him. Now that's Trent Favors. And let's see if we can cut this up the field. Oh, Raheem Mostert double shoulder block takedown. Breaking 2 tackles. Raheem the Dream, man. He's good in Madden 22, and he's good in NFL Street. It doesn't matter what game he's on. He's going to be a god of a player. And we're going to try the flea flicker here. The flea flicker normally works if we can get the blocking, but that one did not work. Yeah, I get it. Is that Rod Woodson? Yeah, whatever. You did a good job. Most of the time, the flea flicker works, and Cousins is not going to be able to bring that down either. Okay, so what play am I going to go to? What's my go-to play here? It's probably the go long again. The go long is a very good play, especially if Raheem Mostert can break free, and I just pulled a Joe Burrow in the playoffs and stepped out. Well, he didn't technically step out of bounds. He was going out of bounds. And we stop him for about a gain of 1, probably. Oh, man, we just lost all momentum. I thought I was going to get that ball off before I stepped out of bounds. That one's on me. That's going to be Smith for a catch. I don't like that we've lost all of our momentum here. I really don't like it. Let's see if we can get him here. It's going to be a direct snap to Priest Holmes, and he's going to dive right in. And the AFC West All-Stars have taken complete and utter control of this game. They've got more game breaker. They've got more points. And if we could stop Priest Holmes, good job, Kalen Cousins. That's what we needed. All right, let's get back on track. Let's get the advantage back. I've done a pretty good job, as an amazing spin move from Raheem Mostert there. I've done a pretty good job of not letting the opposing team in this episode get a game breaker. I don't think I've gone up against one game breaker this entire episode. So I feel like I've done a pretty good job there. I think we might have to fight one in this All-Star game unless Mostert, get out of bounds, get out of bounds. No! Mostert fumbled because I was showing off. I was trying to get those extra style points. We got to go for a safety here and tie this game back up. This has got to be a safety, and it's going to be Kalen Cousins comes up clutch, and we get the safety. That's a clutch one right there. Absolutely clutch to tie this game up, take back the style point lead, spin, trying to get away. We need to work on the carrying for Raheem Mostert especially, and maybe even Jeff Sewell, because those two guys have been the main fumblers. I know that it's probably my fault for showing off there, getting those style points. This one feels a little bit more difficult than the actual team ones, which I figured going in would be pretty difficult, but oh no, Jeff Sewell, you gotta jump and get that. That was in your zone, man. That's gotta be your catch. Get that ball off, dive and get it. Don't do, oh my God, okay. So right now I can't even complete passes, and they're probably going to score here. This is going to be a pretty tough stand. We might be able to do it. They're going to give it to Priest Holmes. He's going to fall forward. If they score here, they're most likely getting a game breaker, which is going to flip this game entirely. It's going to flip this game entirely if they get a score. Oh, he flipped it back to Gannon, and we throw Gannon up against the fence. I can't believe he flipped that back to Gannon. That was pretty impressive. I've been trying to intercept a pitch. I've been close a couple times. I've caused a couple fumbles, but I haven't been able to actually intercept the pitch. And now we stand one more down away from turning them over on downs when they had favorable field position. And they're going to give it to Gannon, and we're going to stop him. Big time play from Cousins. He has been crucial this entire game. This has been big from Kalen Cousins, and we got to trust the run game, I guess. I know it's been fumble city for most of it, but look at that. Raheem Mostert. I don't even want to show off because I'm scared he's going to fumble. But that was a big-time run from Raheem Mostert there. Throw this quickly. Dive and get it. Oh, no. I hate when they... I know it's allowed in this game, but I hate when they... After the ball's been tipped, they just, like, tackle you and not let you get the ball back on the deflection. I know it's you can do it too and stuff, but I just hate it because it's annoying. I want to catch that ball off the tip. And can we break this tackle? We can. And Mostert gets flipped over for a couple yards, I guess. Do we go with the running back pass here? Is that the move? It is the move. Raheem Mostert, get in the end zone, and he does. That has completely changed things, especially with the game breaker. Raheem Mostert, man, he's just so good. He's become such a crucial piece of this team. And let's see if our go-to money play works. No, I think I pressed X like lightly, and then it like airballed it or not airballed it, lobbed it in something. But we got the game breaker, so it doesn't matter because we are gonna try and get this touchdown. Don't get a safety, get a touchdown. There we go. Mekhi Becton The ball favorably bounces for us, and we get the touchdown instead of the safety. Let's see if it works this time. Bullet pass, and it's in there. 26-12. We've flipped this game back in our favor. It was looking a little scary there for a second. It certainly was. I was getting a little worried that they were going to score and then get the game breaker, and then they'd be in the situation that we're in. It would be 26-12 in favor of them instead of in favor of us. But all we got to do is stop them here. If we can get another safety, that would be epic. Kalen Cousins maybe? No, they're going to give it to Priest Holmes, and we're going to tackle him. Wow. I thought it for sure he'd break that tackle, but he probably slipped it, or he didn't slip it because he was styling. Third down, can we make a stand here? Third down and fourth down. Kalen Cousins going to get there off the edge. That's big time. Let's see if we can do one more time. We need one more stop, and we've got a huge advantage. They're going to keep it with Gannon. He's going to get the ball off, and Smith is somehow going to stay on his feet. I don't know how he got away from all that traffic, and that's going to give him a touchdown. Man, that's happened a couple times in this episode. Guys have gotten like a big traffic jam, and somehow they've been able to pick that. Somehow they've been able to just stay on their feet and not fall to the ground, and they've been able to go for a touchdown because nobody else is back there. Jump out of it. I tried to hurdle my way out of it with Raheem Mostert. It almost worked, I guess. 26-18. We've got to do something here. That's a quick one to Jeff Sewell. He's going to break 2 tackles, I guess, and fall forward. I don't know if that's technically counted as a broken tackle. Probably not. Oh, that was just huge pressure off that edge. That was a bad call from me. Second down. Throw it quickly to Mostert. I maybe should have waited a little bit longer. Maybe should have waited just a hair longer, than that would have been probably a first down. But Mostert's going to somehow survive. Keep going even more. Raheem Mostert is the best player in the entirety of this game. Better than Ricky Williams. We're going to throw that quickly to Matt Peterson. He's going to somehow bring it in. Matt Peterson. I'm not sure how you did it, boy, but you did it. And we're going to go for the lucky play. No matter what, we're going to score one more time. We're going to throw it. He's going to catch it. 34-18. We've got the advantage. They're most likely, unless we get some crazy turnover, they're most likely going to get their game breaker. So we just got to try and get the safety. If we can get a safety, that would be epic. That would win the game on a safety. That'd be awesome. I'd take it any way possible. But basically one more big play, or one more play in general, and they're going to walk away with their game breaker. They're going to completely get momentum back, and Kalen Cousins is just a demon off that edge. Coming off that right edge, he is just a monster. And let's see if we can do it one more time on third down. It's going to be Trev Favors this time. He can do it too. Trev Favors can rush the passer just as good as Kalen Cousins. And now it is fourth down and long. Can we end the game on a safety? That would be the ideal thing. He got it up. Peterson, go up and get it. Interception. There it is. The user pick. And then the fumble at the end zone. No, you gotta be joking. No. He fumbled it and picked it up in the end zone and got tackled for a safety. I cannot believe my eyes. What did we just witness there? How did that happen? How did that possibly go wrong for me? We've certainly got to boost the carrying for everybody, not just certain players, not just for Raheem Mostert or anything. We got to boost the carrying for everybody because we can't fumble in those situations. Matt Peterson made a huge play. And Kalen Cousins with a nice tackle. One more play. One more play. If we can end it here on a safety, that would be the move. He got it away, and it's turnover. That where it works too, because he was free reigns. I think we go running back pass here, and we just sneak it up the middle with Raheem Mostert. Got in. That's the victory, and that's the ladder completed. Ooh, that's massive. It took us 12 minutes to do it. I got a record for most style points, I guess. Kalen Cousins had 6 sacks, 12 tackles, and a forced fumble. That's absolutely crazy. Congratulations, you defeated your AFC West rivals and earn 800 challenge tokens. All right. And we get to pick a new team. I think we're going to pick the NFC North because they've got the Minnesota Vikings in there, and we want Randy Moss, or at least we want an attempt at Randy Moss. So that's going to be the next episode. I'm going to do some challenges to get some style or get some bonus points to upgrade my attributes and upgrade the carrying for sure. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.